Good evening, everyone. Jose J Garcia, real estate investor coach and mentor. So we got another Sunday coaching series continues. Sunday coaching series. Tonight we got a topic on how to find off-market deals. So we're going to go ahead and get started. It is a little after 8. Again, every Sunday coaching series at 8 p.m. We cover different topics, different lessons. We open the floor towards the end, Q&A, any mobile home related questions we get into as well. So, off-market deals are the best deals. We're going to jump right in. We're getting into, okay. But, big reminder, every Tuesday at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, we hold the Let's Do Deals call. The Let's Do Deals calls is a virtual Zoom call every Tuesday, again at 7 p.m., where we're actually hosting. We're actually pitching mobile home deals that we ourselves haven't gotten out, have gotten under contract. Maybe a lot of these came from connections. All in all, okay, what makes our deal special is that, unlike other deals, you would say, well, Zillow has that, truly has that. Our deals are not on those platforms to begin with. But a lot of the due diligence that a mobile home does take to get accordingly, we are actually already covered before you even get into the deal. So we're talking about, yes, some of these mobile homes, they are in community parks that do allow subleasing. They allow for subleasing is huge. That's one of the biggest things. And I wanted to say contractor as well, but subleasing, if you can't come into a mobile home park and rent it out, rent to own, sell it, finance it, you may want to be limiting yourself as to how much business you actually want to do. There is ways to get into these communities by saying, well, I'll buy it, own it myself, and while I'm fixing it up, it's considered mine. I turn around the day of tomorrow, once it is rehab and ready, and sell it. You can, but that's a strategy that takes a lot more than just saying, is there mobile home parks out there? They allow us to come in, sublease, and immediately start taking a resident in. So give me 1 second to make sure I am actually sharing this. All right, here we go. So it looks like we had a little glitch there, because one of the platforms I want to show you is Craigslist. And Craigslist works, it works great. Finding off-market deals, but again, if you have to come in and go through all the no's before you get a deal, or have to come in and try to locate a deal, if it's posted somewhere, if it's already on social media, it is either one or two things. It is not a good deal, or it's not going to last. Okay. All right, here we go. Still letting people in. Zoom, apparently Zoom is slow by letting people in tonight, so we're going to slow down just a little bit, and we're going to get right into, okay. We're already live on Instagram, been live on Instagram for a few minutes now. Instagram, you're welcome to join us on Zoom as well by visiting garciamhu.com. But okay, let me keep going. So for those of you just now joining in through Zoom, this call is on off-market deals, okay. I was talking about the Let's Do Deal sheet every Tuesday, where you don't have to search for deals. You can just come in, join us on there. We'll put a link at the end of this call also on there for you to join that. But if you are going to look for off-market deals, because remember, if it's already listed somewhere on social media, wherever it may be, it is either one or two things. It is not a deal, or it's not going to last. Okay. That being said, let's see. Welcome. Good evening, Instagram. So let's start with Craigslist. Okay. Craigslist, great source. There is a lot of spam, a lot of scam, unfortunately. People tell me all the time that's a site you want to stay out of. Yes and no. Yeah, like anything else, you don't know exactly who you're talking to. Could it be scam? Could it be spam? I don't know. Do the numbers. Does it check out? If it seems to be too good to be true, maybe something that needs to rerun in addition to due diligence. That's all I would say. Don't get off of it altogether, because again, we get deals off of this every week as well. A lot of connections, maybe not deals, but a lot of park owners may be on here as well, park managers. If nothing more, you're getting connections out of it, you're doing great. And it is a free website, so don't forget that. But let me show you, let's see, wait, okay. So let me show you ways. I'm not going to teach you how to use Craigslist. We'll also be talking about Facebook here in a few minutes, but where I would go into if I was taking time to come in here and search for a deal, okay? So log into your Craigslist. Always look for the city and the state that you're obviously trying to get investments in. I'm already located in Atlanta, Georgia, so we're going to keep it on that. I typically choose, from time to time, I will get into apartment housing swap. A lot of times people, they don't put their listing accordingly like they should. So you will find mobile homes and housing swaps sometimes, it just depends. But I typically tend to stay to real estate for sale. So that's what I want to look for, real estate for sale. Okay. And once we get on there, of course, I'm going to search for mobile homes, just do mobile homes. There are a lot of dealerships that are starting to use more and more of these sites, as well as Instagram and even Facebook, which, you start seeing tons of brand new units coming by. We finance all the stuff, that's fine. That's not what we're looking for. Not what we invest in anyway. So I'm going to just scroll down a little bit and see. You start seeing some of this land as well located with what we search for mobile homes. It could mean that it's zoned for mobile homes. So, don't be so quick to bypass it. It could be a deal of some sort. Just depends what you're looking for. Okay. A lot of that. 0.57 acres of land. Okay. Chatsworth. We got a couple deals in Chatsworth right now. So, okay. Let's see. So here we go. This one I'm looking for. Wow, look at that oldie. Donate your double wide home. That's not a double wide, and that's considered more like a camper. Okay, so here's one right off the bat that catches my attention for two different reasons. Okay. 95 mobile home for sale. 95 model, if we're going to be moving a lot of these units, which is what we're focusing a lot more on, and even if you're not, even if it's in the mobile home park, I want 80s and above. Some of these older 70s can start giving you issues. Just depends on, no deal is the same, no investment is the same. But if I'm going to move one 90 model, that's definitely something I want to be looking into. So let me go ahead and click on this 95. It's in Homer, Georgia, I assume. Let me see. I'm going to mute couple of people here just to avoid background noise. If you do have a question, drop it on the comment section or unmute yourself. Okay. So I like it. These are my favorite metal on metal. I mean by that, it is metal siding and metal roof. They are the easiest to rehab both inside and out. Okay. Also the most cheapest affordable roofs should you need to replace the entire roof. So I like it so far. Skirting's already gone off of it, so obviously does need to be moved, and we'll read the description in a second. Okay. Not terrible. Okay, looking on the inside. Now I can't see the roof on that. So that's one of the first things I'm trying to pay attention to is the roof. I can't see it based on the pictures, but as soon as we get on inside, I'm starting to look around for any leaks because that's going to make a big difference on this, right? I don't know what all this, I don't know if it's flooring damage early on the picture there or just, the way it's sitting, but there we go. It's got a tongue, so that's a plus. Again, if it needs to be moved, that's always good to see that. It's not supposed to be laying the way it is, but okay. Next room, and again, let's see. I can't see any of the ceiling on that, but I don't see any leaks. And I start from the top to the bottom, just the way I would do if I'm out in the field looking for these. I'm looking from the top to the bottom. Once I see the roof, the ceiling checks out, I start looking at the walls. Anywhere where it can leak, I want to pay attention to. Right. So right here around the window sills, I do want to see if there's any. And if there's leaks, obviously a lot you can't. There's only so much you can see in a picture, but you can see spots. It'll be darker, that sort of thing. So this room looks good. Obviously, a little bit of touch up. The carpet is nasty, needs to go. I don't use carpet no more anyway. So here's one of the bathrooms going on. Okay, no damage. I wish I would have took the picture a little further. And here's the thing, if something like this interests you, I would always say don't buy sight unseen unless you trust the individual selling it or you know them personally. But if you do need additional pictures, you need additional information, that's where you can reach out. Hey, can I get a different angle from the bathroom, for instance? You're not asking for much in something like this. So, all right, next room. So there is obviously some wall damage here. I don't know if that's water related or maybe previous tenant, malicious act. You see that all too often. Somebody gets evicted. They're not very friendly when they leave. Okay. This doesn't look like water leak. Neither looks like water damage. It looks just, damage done from. So carpet again, I don't really care about the carpet. It's gross. It needs to go. We'll put vinyl down on it. Kitchen view. Okay. Again, looking around, I don't see any stains, anything that's a little dark, but that could just be from the cooking. So I'm not too concerned on that. So far the home is checking out. Okay. Cabinets, I like it. Spacious. This looks like a 16 by 70, by the way, just based on the pictures I saw, the size of it. And we'll read the description in a minute, like I mentioned. But this is the laundry room. This small section of sheetrock that fell off. Obviously, that's where the water heater is actually located, which would be right beside the washer and the dryer. Again, anything that can leak, I want to pay attention to. So where the washer is at, obviously around the floor, I would look for leaks. I don't see any damages there, so which is a plus. Let's keep going. Central heat and air, whether it works or not, that's definitely something that we'd have to physically test for that. A seller can tell you anything they want. I wouldn't go with that. Here's another one of the bedrooms. Yep. So this is the master bedroom. That's the bathroom, the tub you see, which means it's got a open on top. I know these kind of old homes. These homes are very spacious, 16 by 70s. 16 by 80s are even better. They're even bigger, but yeah, they're very spacious in a sense. So no leaks around the window. Again, nothing that I can't see on top of the ceiling, so that's good. Carpet gross. Let me back up a little bit. Okay. Thought I saw something here in the closet. Nothing, nothing is alarming me at this point, but spoke too soon. So that's insulation coming from above. These bigger mobile homes here, I don't understand what the reason behind it is, but they put, this glass part on the top of the shower, like anybody looks above them, right? But you got glass all around here, and then you have a big old opening on the top where you can, I guess, see the night light, sunlight, whatever. Problem with that is a lot of times they leak because it's one more section that can get weak over time. It starts leaking in and you've got problems. So one of those kind of things. Nothing crazy here. I don't see anything in this bathroom other than that one leak. And yep, there it is. Okay, here it is. Okay, because of this small section that they put into, remember, these are mobile homes, so they're mobilely transported. When they're moving, they're jumping, they're bouncing, going down the highway, things like to start getting weaker. So even when they're brand new, they already have a weak spot to begin with. We see leaks like this all the time, double wides especially. Double wide is nothing more than a single wide put together. Which part of the mobile home do you think is going to start leaking first? Middle section where it got connected. It has a weak side to begin with. So the same thing here. They put this glass, for you to be able to see night light, sunlight, whatever, but now it starts getting weak and water starts coming in. We had one of these North Georgia where it had leaked for a while. Okay. It ended up being a rent to own later on, but the way it was leaking, as you can see, it's right above the tub. Okay. There was no damage to the floor whatsoever. There was no damage other than the ceiling. And the reason behind it is the water that was leaking was actually leaking right into the tub and it was being drained. So we didn't have any issues out of that. I thought it was, humor itself, but obviously we had to fix the ceiling, the roof, get it up the code. But yeah, so one thing to keep in mind on that, it will get more damage if we transport it. So another thing to keep in mind, okay, the roof can be an issue. Here's one of the closets, walk-in closet, very spacious mobile home. I like it so far. Here's another angle from the kitchen. Yeah, it looks like just maybe where they overheated, almost like it got burnt somewhat. So we'll pay attention to that as well. Here's the outside, beautiful. No holes on it. The metal's not all banged up, not that I can see. Obviously, the bottom section is missing the skirting. We don't care about that if it needs to be moved. Skirting is part of the home, but not technically. So we can replace that all the time. Look at that. It's got the wheels and axles still on it. Shocker. Okay, so that's a plus. All right, so let's read that description real quick. Again, I'm going through reviewing for these deals. It's a 95 3-bedroom, 2-bath home. Is in Homer, Georgia, Banks County. This is a fixer-upper. Will make for a great investment to rent 2 rooms. Yeah, they're giving you exit strategies. Great, thank you. The only leak is in the master bedroom, which you can see in the picture. The current owner does not have a title. Red flag number 1. Let me read that one more time. The current owner does not have a title. Let's move along. I personally called the tax assessor's office. Tax assessor's office, for those of you that are new, that's where we do our closings for mobile homes. Remember, they're personal property, much like a vehicle. He called them and they said a potential buyer could get a bonded title. Okay, you will have to move the mobile home. It has to be moved off the property. Please, only serious buyers who are ready to move it and have funds and resources to move it. Okay, so here we go. Here's the problems that I'm entering right away. I don't mind the price, $6,500. Based on what I'm seeing on here, by the way, I'm thinking it's more like around $3,000 to $3,500 worth of a mobile home. Okay, one, this is a serious issue. Okay, this is going to make a huge difference in not just because of the damage that is here, but by the time we get to from location A to location B, it's going to be a lot more damage through all this weak area. Once you get the bounce and jerking and going down the highway, it will fall through. So it's a bigger damage. So that's negotiable. However, okay, the fact that he does not have a title can slow us down. Yes, we may be able to get a title, which is huge, but he's talking about it needs to be moved. One of my first questions would be, how soon does it need to be moved? When you're moving mobile homes, you're in a second level of investing. You are no longer just coming in and investing in something that's beat up, distressed in a mobile home community park. You're talking about now you need permits, you need inspections. The county where this mobile home is, which is Banks County, leaving it, getting rid of it from Banks County to another county, they don't care. They're happy to see it gone. Okay, I've never seen a county fight me down. We need to keep this here. They're happy to see it gone. The county where it is going to, that's the one that's going to give you an issue of the title. because a lot of counties, if you don't have the title, they're immediately going to say, we cannot register, you cannot bring it in here until you get the title, et cetera, which again brings me to my next point. If he's saying you can get a bonded title, which yes, we're very familiar how to get bonded titles, okay, but a bonded title can take weeks to get. If the county where you're trying to bring the mobile home into is telling you you cannot bring it or even register into our system without a title in hand, okay, then you're not able to move forward with this at that time. Can the seller, okay, whoever owns the land here, would they mind holding this mobile home here for another 5-6 weeks? Okay, that's huge, because that's a make or break. Okay, and this is for anybody. Now, certain counties around, even in Georgia, they do allow with the bill of sale, which means it's something you can write up with the bill of sale, bring it into, and then worry about the title. You know that, okay, at that point, we're negotiating. Also, not having the title does make it very negotiable. So the $600-$6,500 that he wants, you know, you're trying to sell me this, that's about market average based on the condition. I would say about $7,000, $7,500 is what we see these mobile homes for. So you're almost selling it at market value on homes that have title, only yours does not. You know, I would say let's go ahead and negotiate based on that. And again, I'm not going to forget the condition of this bathroom that keeps your money, the attention, right? So something to keep in mind on that. I think it's a decent deal. We definitely need to figure out that on the title before we try to negotiate anything. Do not lock this up. Do not pay for it and buy it before getting all the details from the county where you're planning on taking the mobile home to. That is going to be huge. Okay. Let me see. All right. I'm going to show you real quick. And I know we only got 30 minutes. You know, this is the downside to only having 30 minutes on these calls, is that there's not enough time to present enough of what's to do. Now, quick reminder, every Wednesday at 7 p.m., we have the webinar with me, and that call is an hour to an hour and a half. It just depends on the questions. It depends on the topic. We cover a lot more. This Wednesday coming up, we will be covering this coaching call, the same, finding off market deals on Craigslist, Facebook, Let Go, Classified. I'm listing all these. Some of you should be making notes, okay? What we're also going to be doing is breaking down specifics and due diligence, a lot more in detail. Let me show you real quick on Facebook, which is our #1 go-to. Okay, whether you're branding, marketing, looking for handyman, contractors, washer, dryer, anything, you find them all on Facebook Market. Biggest difference between Facebook and Craigslist is you can tell who you're speaking to. Does not mean there are no fake accounts out there. There's no scam. But what it does mean is that you can at least go to a profile and see who you're speaking to. So it makes it a little bit better on. Again, I'm not going to teach you how to use Facebook. You know, y'all can figure that out on your own. Most of you, I'm sure, know how to use it better than I do. But we're going to the Facebook Marketplace, the groups, and I want to type in mobile homes. Now, you can type in mobile homes in the city, county, state where you're at. You can try different counties, you know, all the above. We're all looking for deals at this point. So let me just scroll down and see which one kind of triggers me. All these are good because they're mobile homes. So mobile home parks, use mobile homes. And we do have 4 group pages on this, by the way, so y'all can go add those. So all of them good. I like them. You got all these states in here as well. So again, you know, North Carolina, South Carolina, they have, you know, inventory everywhere. You don't even need to come on here. You can take a drive in South Carolina, any road, and you are guaranteed to see mobile homes. Mobile home parks. Let's click on one here. Okay. So mobile home parks, we might get a mobile home park and not a mobile home. How about that, right? Let's scroll down. All right. And again, a lot of these are brand new units. You know, if you're looking for brand new units, you know, there's something you can get into. Of course, cash deal. Oh, look at that. We got a good one here. Let's see. Cash deal must be moved. 2,500. That's more my type of number. Or best cash offer. We got an offer. Okay. Title in hand. There you go. That's what I want to see. Title in hand. It's 1980. It's a double wide 24 by 49, which is more like a 25 by 50. That's the actual size. Okay. 3-bedroom, 2-bath. It is a win zone 2. This may be an investor. Okay. This is an investor wholesaler. Because if you ask most homeowners, hey, what is the win zone? What is the size? Their response is typically, I don't know. I don't remember. They never knew. Okay. That's okay, though. We'll figure it out for them. The win zone 2 is, okay, a little bit on that. We can make a whole coaching call on it. Win zone 2 means that it can go near a beach. Okay. The mobile home is made to sustain a lot more winds, and therefore it can be placed around the beach area, typically what you see down South Florida, on the shores of Alabama, you know, all those areas. So wind zone 1s is what you find more up to where we're located, Georgia, South Carolina, unless you're getting close to the beach again. Okay. but that's good information to have. So let me go ahead and get into the pictures real quick here and see. All right, you can definitely tell it's an older mobile home. The reason why, look how low the ceiling is. Okay, even on a double wide, which is pitched roof, or should be somewhat. There it is outside. I like it. Okay, so far good. And again, what I was just doing there is looking at what I could see on the roof. Double wide roofs give out a lot quicker. And again, it's because think about two single wides put together. Okay, there's a weakness there. Now I see all this kind of insulation coming out from this one cabinet. So I don't know if there's an actual leak up top, you know, something to keep in mind. Okay. Old. This thing is antique. Nothing concerning me so far, though. The ceiling looks good. It checks out. A lot of junk inside. You know, that's okay. Can't even get into that room. There you go. This is the damage that we're talking about. Okay, this can be a problem. And when you're talking about a double wide now, okay, I want to move a double wide. A double wide with roof damage, you know, when you're thinking about if there's enough roof damage in that double wide, when you separate it between, you know, both halves come apart, if there's enough damage in that ceiling, it will cave in altogether. We've seen that happen. The whole ceiling came in and now you got a shell sitting there. Okay. It ain't going anywhere, by the way, not like that. So definitely something to keep in mind. And it looks like that is from the water leak as well, because all this is water. Something came in on here. Let me see. So I don't know if it's just damage or maybe a tree, something, you know, the picture is a little narrow as to what we can see, but we're going to have some questions for them for sure. And I'm asking because this obviously, you know, this whole cabinet looks like something fell on it and destroyed it. So there you go. Better picture. Yep. So that's what it looks like. Either something came through, tree limb, you know, enough water damage that at that point, you know, it's causing. I would still like to ask a few questions just to see the real specifics. Maybe a video they can make for me a little closer up. There's another angle of it. No, that's going to be a different leak because there's no door that I can see on this one side. So the roof is definitely an issue at this point. Around the windows, around the doors, we start seeing leaks like this as well. So, you know, it's got a big question mark at this point. Okay. When we take this thing apart and we convert the double wide into a single wide, we may be running into more issues than we want to get into. So, okay, this is one of the tubs and there's all kinds of damage underneath. As you can see, all this water on the side is leaks from where either the shower itself or from behind. I don't know what's all this going on here. So we got some issues. This small home, and you know, you're talking about an 80 double wide for 2,500. You know, we can't expect perfection, but there's definitely issues here that need to be addressed or need to be looked in before we even decide. Okay. This is from the outside exterior. So this is one of those double wides that has the water heater on the outside. This is what you're looking for. The whole door panel is missing and water heater, of course, is long and gone, but how much damage has occurred as well. You know, this here, you've seen a 2x6, the actual frame where water has been coming in for however long it is, that's causing issues. So I don't dislike it, but I have a lot more questions. Is this a deal? I don't know. You know, I would have to ask on that. That ceiling's got me concerned. And again, more so just because of the fact that we have to move it. Okay, I'm trying to get to, well, how do we get out of here? Let's see. Yeah. The board must be moved. Yeah, so it has to be moved. You know, there's no way around it. If it could stay there, we'd be talking about then maybe putting a new roof on it, fixing it, maybe a metal roof, something that we can come in and address at that point. But the way it's sitting is questionable. We'll get into a lot more of those specifics on Wednesday. You can join us at GarciaMHU.com every Wednesday at 7. We'll be talking about numbers. We might even make a phone call to a seller and get more specifics on what I'm talking about. So come on and join us on that. Let me check out the chat box real quick. Yep. Couple advertisements, and then I will open the floor to Q&A. Any questions? Okay. So upcoming, we have Tuesday. Don't forget, every Tuesday, we have Let's Do Deals calls. That's on Zoom, virtual. It is free. If you have a deal, bring it on. If you think you have a deal, bring it on to the call as well. And if you're looking for your first or next investment, definitely join us. We have a lot. I know you heard me say that before. A lot of inventory. I am going down to North Florida. It's a little more North Florida, where I am planning on getting about 50 mobile homes for you all. So we're talking about 50 in two parks that are about 5 miles apart from each other. So that's what I mean by inventory. Now, the beautiful thing about these parks, and when I bring you inventory, is they are subleasing friendly, investor friendly. And yes, you can come in and rehab, rent to own, flip them, whatever you want to do. That is huge. A lot of the due diligence is already done for you. So keep that in mind. We got that happening Wednesday. Like I said, we'll go a lot more specific onto this coaching call here. And then Thursday, that's when I make my trip out in the field. So I'll be out driving about 12-hour trip that day. We'll have a lot to talk about after that for sure. But a lot more deals, opportunities. That's what we're doing. Connecting. You know, this previous week, I went to Charlotte, North Carolina, drove about 6 hours to make a connection. You know, I don't think a lot of people realize how huge, how important it is to connect and network. Out of that one connection and network, that's where the 50 mobile homes are coming into play. So you see, you got to get out there. You have to shake hands. You have to show up for one. Okay, show up and take action. But that alone, you know, my connections for me are your connections for you to come. So stay tuned on that. These shadow events. It is now live posted and it is being advertised. The next shadow event is on June 25th, June 26th. It is the first 2-day event that we've created since pre-COVID. We're going to make a whole weekend out of it. Okay. It is our first 2-day event. Again, June 25th, June 26th, all day, first day. It is going to be classroom, boss sitting, where we're going to be talking about mobile home investing. We have guest speakers. We have contractors, handymen that are going to be in class talking about investing. We got park managers, park owners that are going to be there as well. We got guest speakers. We have an individual who specializes in mobile insurance, a rep and agent that will be in the class as well, talking about policies and why you need to insure your assets. We're going to have a individual who specializes in banking, LLCs, corporations. He's going to be talking about all the specifics and why you need to set everything in an LLC and not your personal accounts. I'll leave that for him to discuss. I'm not an attorney. Okay, I've said enough on that. Day two, okay, day two accompanies day one, and where we get a shuttle, they're going to pick us up and take us out in the field, where you've seen some of our pictures on our social media, you know, the large group that follow us. That is where you get to see me actually out in the field, and I get to show you step by step what to look for in mobile home investing. We will be out in the areas also where we have deals available. Last shadow event that we had, we closed on 2 deals right after the event. So, you know, there's opportunities here. It's a lot more than just investing. And don't forget, we are the only educational platform within real estate that offers our students deals on the spot. So that's one huge thing. You know, once you do get done with your education, you don't have to branch out and try to go find new deals. You should for educational purposes, but we have all deals available. That being said, any questions real quick? I'll take a couple questions if anybody has them. Looking on Instagram, quite a few people join us here. Welcome. Good evening, everyone. Okay. Awesome. Awesome. All right. Anybody on here have any questions? Drop them on the comments. If not, I do have another coaching which started a minute ago. I better go jump on that. So thank you all for joining us this evening. I will see y'all Tuesday evening. Have a good night.